Hey everyone, Amanda from Beaver County. Tonight we're going to be working on some decluttering of our closet, and we have some time on our hands, so it's a good time to do that, especially since we're coming out of winter and moving into the spring and summer season. It's a good time to go through your wardrobe, put away the stuff that's, heavy sweaters and things that you're not going to be wearing. So I set up kind of a sample closet for you, and I'm going to kind of take you through some of the things that I've recently started to do that have helped me to declutter. So, one of the main reasons why I did this was I found that time after time, I would look through my closet for things to wear, and I'm ruffling through all these things that I never wear, that I hang on to year after year. And I finally just kind of got sick of it and said, it's time to really go through and get rid of some things that I'm not using anymore, and just kind of simplify. There's things in my closet that I haven't worn for years, or that I've never worn at all that still have the tags on them. And I have moved from Pennsylvania to Texas and back to Pennsylvania, and all those items, even though I don't wear them, they traveled with me. So I've moved them all over the place, and I finally just decided it's time to let go of some things. So we're going to kind of talk about how to do that, some ways to use and repurpose some things, and what you can do with the things that you decide to get rid of. So one of the first things that we're going to do between our closet and dressers and anywhere you store your clothes, you want to take the time to go through everything. You want to look for damage. Are there rips and holes and stains? Anything that would make it not wearable. If it's damaged to the point that you can't wear it, it's time to get rid of it. I have a good plan for socks. However, if you find that you have a lot of odd socks, like, they're in good shape, but you only have one of the two, set them aside, because I've got some good helpful hints for you to repurpose those. But we're going to take a look at all of our clothes, and we're going to make sure that they're in good shape. So some uses for old socks. Make sure you put them through the washer. Don't use them dirty. But you can use them as a dusting rag. You can slip it on your hand, spritz with a little bit of water or whatever cleaner you're using, and you can use it as a duster, or kind of like a sponge kind of cleaner. You could use it to, if you have a tube sock, something that comes up higher on your leg, has to go past your ankle. You could use it for a wet umbrella. Maybe you don't want to, put a wet umbrella, in a backpack, or bring it into the house soaking wet. You could just slip a tube sock on there, and that kind of fixes that problem. You could use it for an ice pack. If it doesn't have big holes in it, you could fill it with some ice in the event that you need a quick ice pack. Or if you have an ice pack, but you don't want to put it directly against your skin, you could slip an ice pack into a sock, so you have a little bit of a protective barrier there. You can use it for packing. I have used socks before when I'm packing a suitcase to go somewhere. I'll take my jewelry and I'll tuck it into a sock and I'll roll it up. My perfume bottles, I don't want them to break. I want them to be cushioned, especially if I'm going on a plane. So I'll tuck those into a sock and roll them up and make sure they are good and cushioned. And lastly, another idea, you could use it for a bar of soap. If you want to slip the bar of soap in there and kind of use it like a loofah with the bar of soap in there, you can do that. That's a great way to kind of repurpose those old socks if you find that you have a lot of odds and ends and you don't know what to do with them. So the next thing we're going to do is, as we go through everything, we want to make sure that we keep a list of items that we may need. For example, if you go through your socks, or you go through t-shirts or pants or whatever you're going through, if you find that you have to get rid of a lot and you don't have many left, you have to evaluate what it is, how often you need to wear that kind of item, and if you're going to need to make a list to maybe get some new items. So when you're starting this process, I'm going to recommend that you either use a couple of boxes or bags or whatever you have on hand. Laundry baskets work great, or if you don't have those, a cardboard box or a plastic tote. Garbage bags work just as fine too. So I'm going to recommend that you have two, I'm going to call them sorting bins. One is going to be for the items that you're definitely going to get rid of. Maybe you're going to donate them. One is going to be for the items that you're kind of on the fence about keeping. So we'll call that the maybe box. So you're going to put those items into there. Now it's really important. This is a big process. So you don't want to start this, an hour before bedtime or, before you have to go somewhere. This is going to be probably quite a few hours, depending on the size of your wardrobe and the amount of clothes and things that you have. So you want to give yourself time to really do this and do it thoroughly. So you're going to have those two boxes. You're going to take everything out of your closet, one item at a time, or out of your drawers, one item at a time. You're going to look at it, inspect it. Does it have holes or rips or tears? Are there buttons missing? Are there a lot of stains on it? And make that decision. Is it something that needs to be thrown away? Is it something you're going to donate? Or is it something that you might hang on to, but you're not sure? Put it in whatever spot that it needs to go in, and you can come back to it at the end. So one of the things that you're going to want to do if you have some things that you're not really sure of, look at the size. If it fits you right now, if it's the size that you are, try it on and see what you think about it. Do you like it? How does the fabric feel? Is it too tight? Is it too loose? Maybe you don't like the color after you try it on. So that sometimes can help you in determining whether or not you're going to keep that item. So if it fits you at the time, try it on, see what you think. If it's an item that's too big or too small, then that's going to be something you need to decide. Is that going to be an item you're going to donate, or is that going to be an item that is a maybe? I know that I have had lots of clothes that, I've set some weight loss goals for myself, and I said, I'm going to keep this because I'm going to wear it someday. And sometimes those items have a way of never making their way out of the closet. So, that's going to be something you're going to have to decide. So put those items, if you're unsure, if you're on the fence about it, put it in your maybe box, and you can come back to that later. So now we're going to talk about when you're removing all of your clothes and you've sorted all of them out and you've decided what's going to be donated, what you're going to keep, what's going to be the on the fence box. Maybe I'll keep it, maybe I won't. When you're going to put things back in your closet, here's what I'm going to recommend. I like to organize my closet in a way that all light clothes are together. For example, you can have jackets all together. You can have dresses together, skirts, pants, long sleeve shirts, short sleeve or sleeveless shirts. And then lastly, I have a hanger for my scarves and shawls and things like that I might have, that kind of can just kind of go on the end cap. So I like to organize like that because then it's really easy to go in and know where items are going to be. I know where all the pants are. They're kind of in the middle. I know where all my short sleeves are, my long sleeves, and then it kind of is a little bit easier to find the things that you're looking for. When you're putting your items back in your closet, when you're ready to organize them, this is going to be something that is going to help you in determining in the future if you're really wearing all of the things that you decided to keep. So when you go to put your clothes back in the closet, normally, I'm going to kind of take you over here to the closet. Normally when we hang things up, we put them back on the rack like that. I'm going to suggest that when you hang your items back up, turn the hanger around and hang it backwards. Okay? Now what that's going to do is it's going to help you to determine what items you're wearing and what items you're not wearing, because the next time, let's say I wear this shirt here and I take it off and I wear it and I wash it and I go to hang it up, I'm then going to hang it back the way I normally would, with the open end facing the back of the closet. So now some hangers are going to be facing towards the back, the open end towards the back, and those are going to be the items that I'm wearing most frequently. And it's going to be up to you to determine when you want to kind of revisit what you did and didn't wear. Maybe you want to do it every season. Maybe you want to do it at the end of the year. But you're going to take a look at the end of the year, what hangers haven't turned directions. And you're going to take a look and you'll realize how many things you haven't worn in that period of time, whatever that is that you decide. And that may help you then in determining, you know what, I haven't worn this in 6 months, or I haven't worn this in a year. Maybe it's time to go ahead and get rid of it. So more than just the clothes that you have in your closet or in your dresser drawers, you can also kind of apply the same thing to shoes and old purses, book bags, guys, suits and ties, dress shirts, things that you're not wearing anymore. Kind of take the same thought process of trying to kind of declutter and eliminate the things that you're not wearing. But we could put those things to great use. So for the guys, if you have suits and ties and dress shirts and things that you're not wearing, shoes that are still in good condition, but maybe you just don't wear them anymore, or they don't fit anymore. There are different organizations that work with men that are getting back on their feet after they've had maybe a hard time in life. They always appreciate donations like that, because you know, sometimes the guys need a nice suit to go on a job interview. For the ladies, your purses, old purses, if you're ready to get rid of them, you've had them for a long time, you really don't want them anymore, you're ready to let go, you can pack them with some different toiletries and donate them to a women's shelter. That's a huge blessing to those ladies. If you have old book bags, and they're in good shape, you know, the zippers work and there's no holes in them, that's always a great item to pack full of some different items, toiletries or non-perishable snacks, and donate to a homeless shelter so that they can have those backpacks to take with them. So there's lots of things that we could do to repurpose what we're going to get rid of. The items that we're going to donate, you can find a place to donate them, whether it be a church that has some type of clothing drive, or a community center that gives back to the community. Wherever you want to go to donate those items, or if you have a friend, you know, somebody that has a friend in need, or you've heard of somebody that maybe had some type of, you know, house fire or something that has occurred that they have a great need for things. And sometimes that puts us in the position after we've gone through all of our items to say, hey, listen, I can help out. So that's a really great thing. So you're helping yourself, and then you're also helping others. My last note that I'm going to tell you guys about is something that it can be hard to do, but if you can train yourself to do it, it's really going to help you to eliminate the clutter and the excess that sometimes we tend to build up. So when you go out and you find something that you want to buy, purchase at a store, my recommendation would be that you kind of adopt a plan to, if you buy something, you find a way to come home and donate something or get rid of something else. If we do all this work and eliminate all the things that we don't need anymore, and then we go and we buy things and we kind of like fill all that space back up, that's just going to make things harder the next time that we want to do some closet decluttering and organization. So if you bring something home, find a way to give something up. I hope that these tips and tricks have helped you. I hope that you'll be able to kind of tackle that project to declutter your closet and your dresser drawers and anything else. And I hope I've given you some good ideas for ways to use the things that you're going to get rid of or that you can't use anymore. And I hope you have a great night. Thanks.